Alright guys, day 26. So we're back here at the 49 unit complex because everything blew up. Just being honest, this is what happens when people don't listen. There's three types of renters here. There's owners, there's the renters of the body corporate, so they got a rental office on site, and then there's the external renters that the owners rent through a real estate. So there's three ways to communicate with these owners, and it doesn't always blend. Like when that happens, it doesn't always blend. There's always confusion, and the real estates don't communicate with the tenants, and then owners aren't home and whatnot. So we're back here for the third time, because the first time we had verbal consent but not written consent to be on site. So we basically did all the common areas. The second time we had written consent to be on site, but then all the windows weren't closed because people didn't listen. So what we're here doing now, and because the second time the body corporate blew up, saying that the owners weren't happy because places weren't cleaned, I explained my case to everybody. And I said, I'm happy to come back because I don't like to leave a job unfinished, and I don't like to see people unhappy with my service, because I got a lot of 5-star reviews, and I like to leave a job finished and people happy. I don't like to leave it. So, and it's an ongoing job. So what we decided and what I did is change them. They wanted another 2 weeks notice to let everybody know again, which didn't work the first time. So I said to them, I'm going to put this on their door the day before I go to their complex, which just says all windows and doors to be closed, all clothes and furniture to be removed from the outside, gates to be unlocked. I can't read. Yeah, I see it on the screen there, it's backwards. And cars will be away from the property. So cars like in the driveway there, we're not going on this row today. We'll come back and do this row today. But this row here, they got half an hour to remove those cars, because I don't wash over top of cars. So this one here, you got that one, and that one. I did wash all the buildings with water. So we're basically coming in today just to spray the gutters and fascias, that are moldy. We spoke about this one beforehand. So I'm not doing the block behind me, but that gutter and fascia there is moldy. So that's what I'm after. So it's not a lot, like we should be really quick. And I hate coming back a third time. Like a second time I can understand because somebody didn't shut a window. But we're talking about, 20 plus units with over 40 windows open. Like I can't wash adjacent complex when the window beside them is open. So like I said to him, I said, yeah, I'm only coming in to wash like 25 units that have to be touched up. But I have to put these notices on every single door because I don't want the neighbors to have their windows open, so that job can't get done because they shut it last time. So I got to notify everybody to make sure the job runs smoothly. So I've already dropped out yesterday. I did a run and did the area that we're doing yesterday. So today, before I start, I'm putting this on the second section for tomorrow. So when people get home today, then they either comply or I just go around that unit. So we're gonna race around, put the last amount on these doors, and then we'll drive the truck over and get set up on the other one. So let's go. So the problem was last time with this block of units, like a townhouse. The main door is on the back side of the property, which is a footpath along that little creek area. So a lot of the people are going to come through the back here to go into their property. So we just stick the sign on the side so they can't miss it. They come out because, you know, windows are open on this one. We missed the gutter fascia there because of the windows. So it's been, I don't know, what, did we do this at the start of the challenge, or was it pre-challenge? I'm not quite sure. So it's obviously been 2 weeks, 2+ weeks since I've been here, and I can already see these little, we call them, they're a native wasp. They're like a little yellow tiny wasp, and they make a really big paper nest, and they weren't there when I washed the first time or the second time, but they've just built 2 nests this time round. So I'm gonna have to blow them out with a the best way to describe it is I hit it with soap and 6% chlorine. So really strong mix to burn these suckers out, and the 6% chlorine just melts their nest away, and you basically just want to spray it on where it is and then rinse it off, and then it just melts it off the surface. But have a look down the back here, you can see it up on the fascia there. Go right in here. So they've just started building up there. Nasty little suckers. So what they do is they'll build that first run, and then what they'll do is they'll build in from the wall, that 2 inches that are off the wall. They'll start enclosing that on the back side, and then on this one over here, you can see it down the back there, they've already started building the second level on that one. So it's just that time of the year that they start building, is that winter period. Doing like schools or large commercial places like this one, you'll get a lot of it on the back sides where there's not a lot of people. So you just check around, but yeah, that one there and that one there. So that'll be a nasty one, but we'll pull out the Black Beauty and we'll just blow them off the wall. And yeah, definitely we'll hit them with strong chlorine. We want to kill the wasps straight away because they'll come after you. Those little suckers, they're crazy. They are literally crazy. So stay back, blow them off, and burn the shit out of them. So that's what I say. So I've just walked down the section that I door knocked yesterday, and we got windows open already. So we'll see. I should just call this show "Welcome to the Shit Show," because we got windows open on half that block of 5 units. We got windows open everywhere. I haven't done those units because the windows were open the first time and the second time and the third time. So obviously the windows don't shut anymore. So maybe they need to call the maintenance tech to shut the windows. But I gotta go talk to the lady in the office, let her know that it's already going to be a shit show. So we'll see what happens. When I'm doing a lot of fence shopping, these are my favorite ladders. You get them from Bunnings. They're 160 a set, and they basically detach. They got a little spring-loaded clip down on the bottom there, and they basically detach, and that's all you need to jump a 6-foot fence. If you want to jump it, that's fine, but I like to have one over each side so it's nice and easy. They get backwards and forwards, and they're super light to throw them over the fence and whatnot. And if you're going into multiple yards, you can either just take one or just have 2 or 3 set up so you can get over the yards. So nice and easy ones. I just thought I'd show you that one. All right, so I didn't film on the units because you've already seen them, and we push through them quite fast. It's 12 o'clock. We're going to head to a driveway wash, and that's the only one we got today. Tomorrow is something similar, so not much pressure washings now towards the end of this challenge, because we're running into the weekend, which is painting. We were going to book out the Friday with some washing jobs, but we've decided to push them to the Tuesday before we go and use the Friday for painting to make sure we finish that place on the weekend, because Tim's getting his car serviced, so it's a prime time to jump on and do a half a day's painting and then come back into it the weekend and get that one finished, so I can invoice that one before I go away, so we can push on there. So that one's done. That one's not part of the challenge money wise, but it's a good little bonus that pays for my whole holiday for 2 weeks, plane flights and everything. So that one job on the weekend pays for my whole holiday, which is pretty good. So yeah, we're going to push on, do this little driveway wash, and we'll check the chlorine before I head up there. So let's just end the day with this one. Is I just secured myself another painter to put on my books. I just went in the paint shop to get a little bit of varnish for the windows at this other house that we're going to finish off on the weekend. And I just bumped into him. He said, "Oh, fucking nice rig there, mate." I said, "Yeah, nothing short of 150,000. And he's like, "Oh, do you do house washing and stuff?" Yeah, painted by trade.
I know exactly what you guys need. And then he's like, oh yeah, I've got a couple of jobs, you want to quote? I'm like, yeah, I can quote anything remotely for you. We can quote jobs before you even win jobs, because we quote remotely. We don't need to come out and have a look at them unless it's commercial. And then I said to him, he said, by the way, I'll do a standard house for you for free. If you like the work, then let us know and we can start doing other jobs for you. So do a house for free and go from there, lock him down, and then if he likes the work that you do, then you got him ongoing. So this is how you get away from advertising and spending money in Google ads and all that type of stuff. You always want to be a little bit of money coming in the door, but you can always rely on these networking of commercial clients like painters and stuff like that that do a fair bit of turnover. Like he might do 3 exteriors a month, and then you know you make $1,200 a month just off the one person, maybe more. You never know, you might get roofs or something like that. But yep, that's the end of the day. Catch you later.